Good morning, welcome. I hope you're having a great Friday morning. It's that time of the day where we at NDTV pick the story that you want us to follow, and we put all of our resources and all of our reporters to focus on that story. This is of course called our NDTV YouTube segment. So here you have it. Here's our poll. 6,400 of our viewers have voted. The options for the day were: 1, Omar Abdullah's detention case coming up in the top court, in the Supreme Court of the land this afternoon, the crushing defeat in Delhi of the BJP, and after that, after those results came in of the Delhi elections, the BJP now going into a huddle, time for some introspection. They're going to be having a marathon meeting that began at 10 a.m. and goes until about 7 p.m. And even those ministers from outside, from other states and MPs who came into campaign in Delhi have to be present at this meeting where they do this introspection. Remember, of course, Amit Shah in his first reaction after those results said that the kind tone and tenor of this campaign trail, the polarization, the hate speeches, all of that should not have been made. But of course, no action has been taken against any of those top BJP leaders who made those comments. But yes, introspection time for the BJP. Option 3, take your minorities along. That's what the BJP ally of the Shiromani Akali Dal chief has said. That's the advice they've given to the BJP. So the reverberations, the repercussions of those big elections still coming in. The big international story, coronavirus, the first death now in Japan. So that's the third death outside of China. Also, the WHO chief has said that the coronavirus spread could be more dangerous than a terrorist attack. And the last option, of course, was the JNU violence. 40 days after India woke up to those images of rampant mobs going berserk on the JNU campus, hitting students, all of them masked, hiding their identity. 40 days on, still no arrests by the Delhi police. Everyone's, of course, asking the obvious question, is that because the assailants or the mobs are members of the ABVP, which is a student wing of the RSS? So these were your options, and there you have it. You have picked, the viewer has spoken, and it's 47% of you have picked the Omar Abdullah detention case in the top court. Next is JNU violence, 40 days, no arrests. Why? And the third option, coronavirus, the big international story, and the crushing defeat in Delhi, the BJP in a huddle, they both at 8%, and then the advice of the Shiromani Akali Dal to the BJP, take the minorities along, that is at the bottom at 5%. So yes, the Omar Abdullah case, that is the big story. We're going to be following that today, because Omar Abdullah's sister, that is Sara Abdullah Pilot, has challenged his detention and the charges under which he has been detained. Remember, Omar Abdullah last week detained now under the stringent Public Safety Act, and she is going all the way to the Supreme Court. She is asking for the reasons for his detention and asking that he be produced in court. She's pointed out that this is a grave violation of the constitutional rights of freedom of speech. It is an effort to muzzle all political rivals. Remember, Omar Abdullah, former chief minister, has been detained without charges. No charges at all since the 5th of August. That was way back 6 months ago when the government ended the special status to Jammu and Kashmir under Article 370. He was then detained under the controversial PSA. Now, what are the reasons that the government has given for detention? Well, some of them are blatantly absurd. First and foremost, the government has said that the public statements and messages posted by the detainee during the period of his first detention are something that the government is concerned about. But Sara Abdullah has pointed out, as many press has pointed out, that the last tweet that Omar Abdullah made actually before he was detained calls for peace. So this flies in the face of what the government is saying, the reason they are giving for detaining Omar Abdullah under the PSA. Remember, Mr. Abdullah himself has not even been served with the material that forms the basis of his detention. Imagine, he is under detention. He has not even been given the reasons himself as to why he has been detained, which is why his sister is now going to the Supreme Court. She says that this dossier, which the government, which NDTV has access, which the government says has all the basis for which they have detained, or they've chosen to detain Omar Abdullah under the PSA, she says it contains patently false and ridiculous material. Like it says, like I said there, it accuses him of being a popular person. It accuses him of possessing considerable influence over people. Surely those can't be charges for putting somebody under detention. It talks about his ability to garner votes during even peak militancy periods and calls for boycotting the polls. Surely that is something that a former chief minister, a political leader in Jammu and Kashmir, should be rewarded for and not detained for. The capacity of the subject to influence people was the fact that he was able to convince his electorate to come out and vote in large numbers even during peak militancy and poll boycotts. That is exactly what this dossier, this document says. Now, the other charges include his opposition to the decision to abrogate Article 370. It says that he instigates people on Twitter against the unity and integrity of the nation. But as Sara Abdullah points out, as many media has pointed out, where are those Twitter posts cited up to back this allegation? Can the government make a charge, make an allegation, and put someone under detention for over 6 months, but not give you any proof, any facts to back it up? So, as you can see, the last tweet actually of Omar Abdullah, we're trying playing that out here. He says, please don't take the law into your own hands. Please stay calm. So, the tweets actually show just the opposite of what the government is charging Omar Abdullah with. It says over there, violence will only play into the hands of those who do not have the best interests of the state in mind. Let calm heads prevail. God be with you all. That is a tweet that Omar Abdullah tweeted on the 5th of August before he was taken into preventive detention under Section 107 of the CRPC. Under the law, remember, that was to end in 6 months. 6 months later, on the 5th of February, and lo and behold, the government came up with this new idea of using the Public Safety Act against him and the other former Chief Minister, Mehbooba Mufti. Now, this could extend the detention by 3 months without a trial, and remember, it can be extended for up to 1 year. 1 year without any trial, without being given any reasons for why you are being kept under detention. So this is a big case. It's a big story. We agree with you, our viewers, on this one. This needs to be covered. This needs to be focused on, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today.